My dear students, today I am going to discuss under D and F block elements two important compounds under the D block elements, and then F block element I am going to discuss. Kindly follow. The two important compounds, one is potassium dichromate, another is potassium permanganate, that is coming under D block elements, and the F block element characteristics, general characteristic, another information I am going to discuss. I am Dr.R.G, Professor of Chemistry, who is taking class for you. Important compound, I told you, one is potassium dichromate, another is potassium permanganate. K2Cr2O7 formula for potassium dichromate, KMnO for potassium permanganate. Kindly follow. First, let me take potassium dichromate. How we have to prepare? The naturally occurring chromite ore, FeCr2O4, that we can write other way also, FeO.Cr2O3, that is ferrous oxide and chromium trioxide mixture. It is used to prepare potassium dichromate. There are three steps involved. Kindly follow here. Follow the three steps carefully. Step 1. Here the concentrated ore. Kindly follow. We have 5 steps. Kindly don't forget. Always we have 5 steps. I have discussed many times in the extraction, that is general process, that is general extraction and process of isolation of elements. I have discussed. There are 5 steps. Here, concentrated ore is mixed with sodium carbonate in free access of air in a reverberatory furnace. We have already discussed there are 2 furnaces, one is reverberatory, another is flash furnace. In a reverberatory furnace, what is happening here? The ore is converted into sodium chromate. So, this is the ore, ferrous oxide and chromium trioxide mixture, 4 moles. You take 8 moles of sodium carbonate, 7 in the presence of oxygen. That is called roasting. Kindly follow. So, it is converted into 8 moles of sodium chromate, 2 moles of ferric oxide, 8 moles of carbon dioxide. The first step we are getting sodium chromate. The step 2, the sodium chromate thus obtained is extracted with water. So we can extract with water soluble, whereas ferrous oxide is not soluble. Carbon dioxide will go away. And treated with calculated quantity of dilute sulfuric acid to produce sodium dichromate. Sodium chromate converted into sodium dichromate. Very, very important. Please follow. 2 moles of sodium chromate in presence of sulfuric acid medium, dilute sulfuric acid, sodium dichromate is formed, sodium sulfate, water. Kindly follow. In acid medium, chromate converted into dichromate. In acid medium, chromate converted into dichromate, Cr2O7 2 minus. Kindly follow. Very, very important information. This is the second step. Third step, the concentrated solution of sodium dichromate is then treated with the calculated quantity of potassium chloride to get crystals of potassium dichromate. So it was in the form of sodium dichromate. So we want to convert into potassium dichromate. Sodium dichromate should be converted into potassium dichromate. For that we are using calculated quantity of required quantity of potassium chloride. And then on cooling the solution, kindly follow. The concentrated solution of sodium dichromate is then treated with calculated quantity of potassium chloride to get the crystals of potassium dichromate on cooling the solution. Potassium dichromate is more soluble than sodium dichromate. So sodium dichromate can be filtered out, leaving the potassium dichromate in solution. Potassium dichromate is more soluble. Then after, that is the third step. The fourth, that is the chromates kindly follow, and the dichromates are interconvertible. This is the most important. Please, question can be asked. Please remember. Chromates and dichromates are interconvertible in aqueous solution depending upon the pH of the solution. pH means acidic or basic condition. In acid medium, I told you, chromate is converted into dichromate, whereas in basic condition, dichromate converted into chromate. Please follow. Very, very important. Very, very important. You must know. Kindly follow. So, this is the way we are getting the potassium dichromate crystals. After concentration, we can get the crystals of potassium dichromate. Coming for the structure of potassium dichromate. The structure of potassium chromate ion and dichromate ion explained as follows. The chromate ion is tetrahedral. The dichromate ion consists of two tetrahedra sharing one corner with CrO-Cr bond with an angle of 126. Kindly see below. You can see the structure. Kindly follow. This is the structure of potassium dichromate. If you take only this, kindly follow, it is a chromate. The corresponding potassium chromate. If you take this one 2Cr, it is dichromate. In media in between, it is the O. Connected angle is given already 126. So here the minus sign indicating 2 minus. Here 1 minus, here 1 minus. Kindly follow. So this is the actual structure of potassium dichromate. Now coming for the properties, physical properties. It is a red-orange anhydrous crystal. Red-orange, please follow. Red-orange anhydrous crystal, soluble in water, freely soluble in water. Chemical properties. Let me discuss first action of heat. It decomposes on heating to give potassium chromate, chromium trioxide and water. So by heating 4 moles of potassium dichromate, I can get 4 moles of potassium chromate, 2 moles of chromium trioxide and oxygen. So if you want to prepare chromium trioxide, I can use potassium dichromate. If I want potassium chromate, I can prepare, again take potassium dichromate. Please follow. So action of alkali base. When treated with alkali, it gives potassium chromate. We have seen already. So dichromate will be converted into chromate, water. In acid medium, chromate will be converted into dichromate. Please follow. Action of acids. It reacts with autochloric acid to produce chlorine. So when you treat with HCl, potassium dichromate, we are having now potassium chloride, chromium chloride, water and Cl2, 3Cl2. Kindly follow. Action of sulfuric acid. So first, in cold concentrated sulfuric acid, it yields red crystals of chromic anhydride. Potassium dichromate reacts with 2 moles of sulfuric acid. So 2 moles of potassium hydrogen sulfate and 2 moles of chromium trioxide. It is an chromic anhydride. Kindly follow. So how can you write this? CrO. Actually, we will write this way. Cr, kindly, to 2CrO3, mono 6, no. That is, anhydride means, why we are calling it anhydride? It is oxygen, kindly follow, O. This is the, actually here, this is the chromium, valency. So it's a divalency. In this case, 3 into 6, oxidation state plus 6. So here it is CrO3, we can write like this. So it is an anhydride like. Kindly follow. Acetic anhydride, etc. That's why we are calling it as anhydride. Please follow. So 2 moles of CrO3. In hot concentrated sulfuric acid, oxygen is evolved. 2 moles of potassium dichromate, 8 moles of sulfuric acid, potassium sulfate, chromic sulfate, water and oxygen will be produced. Oxidation. Acidified potassium dichromate is a powerful oxidizing agent which oxidizes ferrous sulfate to ferric, iodides to iodine and sulfides to sulfur. So first let me give only this potassium dichromate in presence of acid medium 7, ferrous sulfate 6 moles, giving potassium sulfate, chromium sulfate, ferric sulfate and water. Kindly follow oxidized ferrous sulfate to ferric sulfate. Please follow. The same way, in acid medium, I am giving in the form of the ionic form. Iodide, kindly follow. That means in the case of, that is, you can use potassium iodide corresponding HCl, potassium dichromate. That you have to assume. So I am giving in ionic form. So iodine is converted, iodide is converted into iodine. Oxidized to iodide to iodine. And also sulfide to sulfur. Sulfide is converted into sulfur. So potassium chromate, dichromate ion in acid medium, it is converted. These are the oxidation. Here, most important thing is chromyl chloride test. Kindly follow. This is the test for chlorine we are using in the laboratory, +2 level. Solid potassium dichromate, when you heat it with corn sulfuric acid and a chloride, any chloride, unknown if it is containing, gives red-orange vapors of chromyl chloride, formula CrO2Cl2, which turns lead acid solution yellow, indicate the presence of chlorine. So it's a test for chlorine, chromyl chloride test. Please follow. Coming for finally, the uses of potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate is used as an oxidizing agent. It is a powerful oxidizing agent we are seeing just now. Number 2, it is used as a primary standard in volumetric. What is meant by primary standard and the secondary standard? Kindly follow. Primary standard means directly you can weigh and prepare a standard solution. Secondary means you cannot directly weigh and prepare. So you have to prepare the solution and then standardize with another primary standard and correct the strength. That is called secondary. Please follow. So potassium dichromate is a primary standard solution. So number 3, it is used in chrome plating. Number 4, it is used in dyeing and calico printing. And also it is used in photograph. Please photography. Please follow. Next, I will go for another important compound under D block element, potassium permanganate, KMnO4. It is the most important and well-known salt of permanganic acid. Kindly follow. Potassium permanganate. So, preparation. It is prepared by fusion of manganese dioxide with alkali metal hydroxide and an oxidizing agent like potassium nitrate. This produces dark green potassium manganate which disproportionates in a neutral or acid medium to give potassium permanganate. Kindly follow. The reactions are as follows. First, MnO2, 2MnO2, 4 KOH, O2, we are getting potassium permanganate and water. This is the corresponding ionic form. Kindly follow. So what will happen now? This potassium manganate, kindly follow. This is the potassium manganate, K2. Kindly follow. Potassium permanganate is KMnO4. Potassium, this is manganate. This is permanganate. Please understand the difference. For KMnO4 potassium permanganate, this is potassium manganate. So first step we are getting potassium manganate. So here I am writing in the form of ionic equation that manganate ion in acid medium converted into permanganate, MnO2 and water. This is the reaction we are preparing. In the laboratory, kindly follow, a manganese 2 ion salt is oxidized by peroxo disulfate to permanganate. So this is the manganese ion. The 5s2O8 2 minus 8H2O undergo oxidation to give permanganate. Kindly follow. 10SO4 minus 16H plus. Commercially it is prepared by alkaline oxidative fusion of MnO2 followed by electrolytic oxidation of manganate 4. We can prepare commercially. Okay. Coming for properties. As usual, property means first you have to discuss physical properties. Potassium permanganate forms dark purple anhydrous needles like crystals with metallic luster. Needle-like crystals. Kindly follow. For example, in organic chemistry, if you go for salicylic acid and use hot water, the water as a solvent, you will get a needle shape. You can observe in the laboratory. So, potassium permanganate forms dark purple anhydrous needle-like crystals and with metallic luster. It is moderately soluble in water, giving a purple solution. Let me come for the chemical property. Under the chemical property, as usual, action of heat. It's an oxidizing agent, powerful. When heated strongly, potassium permanganate decomposed to give potassium manganate. Please follow. And manganese dioxide and oxygen. This is the most important reaction. Kindly memorize. Potassium permanganate decomposes to give potassium manganate and MnO2 plus oxygen. Next one. Action of hydrogen, non-metals. Non-metals. Hydrogen is a non-metal. Solid potassium permanganate burns on heating current of hydrogen to yield potassium hydroxide, manganese oxide and steam. Now, action of sulfuric acid. When con-sulfuric acid, potassium permanganate yields manganese heptoxide, Mn2O7, which may decompose into manganese dioxide and oxygen. Follow the reaction here below. Here 2 moles of potassium permanganate reacts with 1 mole of sulfuric acid to give 1 mole of Mn2O7, that is manganese heptoxide, potassium sulfate water. But this manganese heptoxide, if you heat, it produces 4 moles of MnO2 and oxygen. So directly oxygen you can produce from potassium permanganate by heating excess. Kindly follow with con-sulfuric acid. Oxidizing action of potassium permanganate. This is the most important we must know. Oxidizing action of potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate acts as a powerful oxidizing agent in neutral medium, in alkaline medium, in acid medium. Because in alkaline and acid medium, potassium permanganate will behave different way. So different, the equivalent weight it will be there. That is the most important form of this potassium permanganate. Kindly follow. So in neutral medium, it oxidizes iodide to iodate, thiosulfate to sulfate, manganese salt to manganese dioxide. So this is potassium permanganate in water, MnO2, hydroxide and atomic oxygen it is produced. Kindly follow. And also the other equations, that is iodide to iodide, I am giving in ionic form, iodide to iodate. So iodide is converted by potassium permanganate in neutral medium water, MnO2, OH and IO3, iodate, potassium iodate. The same way thiosulfate to sulfate. So potassium permanganate, this is thiosulfate, converted into sulfate. Kindly follow. 8 moles of MnO4 minus, 3 moles of S2O3 2 minus, plus water gives 8 moles of MnO2 plus 6 moles of SO4 2 minus plus 2 OH minus. Manganese salt to manganese dioxide. Kindly follow. 2 MnO4 minus, Mn plus 3 Mn2 plus manganese salt in neutral media water, MnO2 and H plus. Here probably zinc oxide may be a catalyst. Now, in alkali medium, very important, neutral medium we have seen. In alkaline medium, just see here, potassium permanganate converted into manganate. Please follow. Potassium permanganate converted into manganate in potassium hydroxide, water and oxygen, atomic oxygen produced. Please remember, this question will be asked both in dichromate and potassium permanganate. This question will be asked. Potassium permanganate is converted into potassium manganate, which is further reduced to manganese dioxide in presence of reducing agent. Kindly follow. K2MnO4 potassium manganate in neutral medium again converted into MnO2 plus KOH, finally again atomic oxygen. So final product is only MnO2, KOH, water and atomic oxygen. So in alkaline medium. Coming for finally in acid medium, it's the most important, acid medium. It is converted iodide to iodine, ferrous to ferric, oxalic acid to carbon dioxide. So let me take now. Potassium permanganate reacts with any iodide in presence of acid medium converted into iodine. That is the most important reaction. Same way, potassium permanganate in acid medium convert ferrous salt to ferric salt. Suppose the ferrous sulfate, it will convert into ferric sulfate. Ferrous chloride converted into ferric chloride. So it is ferric. Same way, oxalic acid, organic acid, that is COOH and COOH automatically. So what will happen when you heat with potassium permanganate in acid medium, this will be converted into carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is the final product form. So in acid medium, these are the reaction taking place. And also, kindly follow, sulfide to sulfur. It is converting sulfide to sulfur and sulfite, sulfurous acid to sulfate. This is sulfurous acid to sulfate. And also nitrite to nitrate, it will convert. The potassium permanganate in acid medium convert nitrite to nitrate. This is nitrite, potassium nitrite, if it is potassium nitrate. So all these reactions shows clearly in acid medium, the low that is converted into the corresponding higher salt. Kindly follow. Next one. This is the structure of potassium permanganate. Kindly follow. Or you can, if you want to write this one all this way also, write, because normally it is a tetrahedral. Kindly follow. So I can now write O, double bond O, double bond O, double bond O. This is O minus. Kindly follow. This is the tetrahedral, MnO. Even though this is given in this way, so this is the actual structure we can kindly follow. Potassium permanganate. So uses, it is used in volumetric titrations. In permanganometry, potassium permanganate normally taken in the burette, which is acting as an internal indicator. No indicator is necessary whenever you use potassium permanganate. It is a powerful oxidizing agent we have discussed in acid medium, neutral medium and basic medium. It is used to bleach wool, cotton, silk and other textile fibers and decolorization of oil. So that finishes the two compounds, potassium dichromate and potassium permanganate. Now let me concentrate on inner transition elements, that is F block elements. F block elements are called inner transition elements. That inner transition elements again consist of two things. One is lanthanide, another is actinoids. Kindly follow. So let me discuss one by one. Kindly follow. First let me concentrate lanthanides. Inner transition elements or F block elements consist of two series, lanthanides and actinides. So here I am concentrating lanthanides. Lanthanides 14 elements resemble one another more closely than do the members of ordinary transition element in any series. This is more close resemblance. They have only one stable oxidation state. The chemistry of the actinoids is, on the other hand, much more complicated. Much more complicated. The complication arises partly owing to the occurrence of wide range of oxidation states in these elements and partly because of radioactivity. Please follow. So coming for the general characteristic of lanthanides, electronic configuration. The atoms of these elements have electronic configuration with 6s2 common, but with the variable occupancy only in F orbital. So specifically 4F. Lanthanide 4F, actinide 5F. Kindly follow. It is N equal to 1 to 14 electrons will be present. One interesting information I want to give you, kindly follow. It is interesting point to note that only in lanthanum, kindly follow, configuration atomic number 57, 4F0, 5D1, please follow, 5D1, F0, 6s2. Then gadolinium, atomic number 64, again 4F7, just half filled, again 5D1, 6s2. And lutetium, atomic number 71, just see here, completely filled, 4F14, again 5D1. Only in 3 elements the 5D1 is noted, configuration is present. 5D1 configuration present. This may be asked, kindly follow. So 57 plus 7, 64 plus 7, 71. Starting from the lanthanum, just add 7 plus 7. Lanthanum, gadolinium, lutetium have 5D1 electron configuration. First case F0, second case half filled, third case completely filled. Empty, half filled and completely filled. Please memorize. Coming for atomic size and ionic size, the overall decrease in atomic and ionic radii from lanthanum to lutetium, which is called Lanthanide Contraction, please follow, is a unique feature of lanthanides. I told you already, they are almost very, very close in radius. And because all the electrons are added in the F orbital, 4F orbitals added, so there is no difference between, so almost it is getting contraction taking place because of the protonic charge added in the same shell. So it is highly contracted, more or less same size. So unique feature is called a Lanthanoid contraction. This contraction is of course similar to that observed in ordinary transition series and is attributed to the same cause. The imperfect shielding of one electron by another in the same subshell, kindly follow, it is attributed to the same cause, the imperfect shielding of one electron by another in the same subshell. However, the shielding of one F electron by another is less than one D electron by another. Kindly follow. When you are comparing shielding effect of D and F, the shielding effect of one D to another D, it is greater when you compare to one F to another F. That is the information given. That is, the shielding of one 4F electron by another 4F electron is less than one D electron by another D electron. There is fairly regular decrease in sizes with increasing atomic number. The cumulative effect of this contraction of lanthanide series is known as Lanthanoid Contraction. Please follow. Oxidation state, very, very important. All the lanthanoids have the most stable oxidation state of plus 3. Please follow. Plus 3 is the most stable oxidation state. But additionally, there are plus 2 and plus 4 also available. So, in addition, plus 2 and plus 4 oxidation state also exist for some elements that are close to these states. Please follow. Next, fourth one, under general characteristic, the lanthanides. All the lanthanides are silvery white metals and tarnish rapidly in air. The hardness increases with increasing number. Generally, they are paramagnetic and paramagnetism rises to maximum in neodymium. Please follow. Coming for the chemical properties, lanthanides normally combines with carbon to produce the different compounds Ln2C3, Ln2C, Ln2C2, etc. with nitrogen Ln, with oxygen Ln2O3, with X2 LnX3, with S Ln2S3, and with H2O LnOH thrice H2O, with acid liberate hydrogen. So these are the important reactions of lanthanides, chemical properties. Uses, the best single use of lanthanide is for the production of alloy steel for plates and pipes. Plates and pipes. It is used for formation of alloys. Coming for the actinoids, that is, we know already as usual 5f orbital. Actinoids, this is also inner transition element. The actinoids, actinium 89 to Lawrencium 103 are radioactive elements. The earlier members have relatively longer half-life and the latter one have half-life values ranging from a day to 3 minutes for Lawrencium. Is that equal to 103 Lawrencium? Kindly follow. So, electronic configuration. All the actinoids are believed to have electronic configuration of 7s2. Kindly follow. Lanthanide 6s2, this is 7s2, and variable occupancy of 5f and 6d subshell. 5f and 6d subshell. Coming for the atomic and ionic size. Atomic size decreases with increasing atomic number across the series. This may be referred to as actinoid contraction. And the contraction, however, greater resulting from poor shielding by 5 of electrons. Kindly follow. Oxidation state. The oxidation state show in general plus 3 is oxidation state common. It's a more stable oxidation state. But other oxidation state plus 2, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6 and plus 7 are also known in some cases. So it is more complicated than lanthanide. Please follow. General properties. The actinoid metals are generally silvery in appearance but display variety of structures. The magnetic properties are more complex than lanthanides. So I come to the conclusion. My dear students, thank you very much for kind cooperation given by you. Students, you are viewing for the first time YouTube, my channel, Neat Chemistry by Dr.R.G channel. I request you kindly click like, click subscribe and share with your friends. So it will motivate me. I want to give one information for the students who are seeing the YouTube. Especially, I have started this channel, Chemistry, Neat Chemistry channel. It is completely included from 8th standard to 12th standard syllabus. Please follow. That is a complete syllabus including CBSE, that is NEET, CBSE, IIT and guidelines of BSc level. Guidelines of BSc syllabus. So I have taken. So no question will be asked if you go inside the the NEET chemistry, you can get 100 out of 100 marks. So I have started this channel only for poor students, to help poor students of India, especially for coming from poor family. So they cannot go even for tuition to join for physics, chemistry and maths. Normally students find difficulty. So as my part as a chemist, I am going to help for the poor student specifically in chemistry. This is the regarding YouTube channel NEET Chemistry by Dr.R.G. And I want to give one more information. Students who are studying +1, +2 or +2 repeated students, for you, we are running a veterinary coaching center in Pondicherry for the last 20 years. And we have our own website, veterinary.s. Kindly follow. If you go the home page of the veterinary.s, you can see our achievement for the last 20 years. One or two I can inform here. Every year we are sending 10 to 20 students to Jipper Medical College. 150 to 200 students are joining in other medical colleges, merit-wise. And few students are joining IIT and hundreds of students are joining other engineering colleges. Kindly follow. The most important achievement of veterinary.s, that is our veterinary coaching center, is in 2003, our student R. Srinivasa Raghavan got All India first rank in 2003. All India first rank in 2003. All informations are given with the photograph, name, school, everything is given in our home page. You can see kindly. This is our achievement. Okay. Let me go for the important features of veterinary.s. So if you want to become a doctor, so you can join veterinary.s. 100% I give guarantee you will get 600 to 700 marks, 100% guarantee. Because I can give the reason below. So important features of veterinary.s. Let me give you now. Number 1. It has 200 video lesson, 200 unit test. Please follow. The 200 video lessons are taken by professors with a PhD degree and 20 to 30 years of teaching experience in IIT and medical coaching. Also teaching BSc chemistry, the BSc subjects, MSc, MPhil and PhD students. They are teaching. So they can give you, they know your knowledge and they can bring some important point from BSc, from MSc and will teach you the higher secondary point of view. So that advantage is there. And also in the video lesson, if you are listening, it will come in the form of notes. Professor will read, underline, explain, extra point will be given. And if you want to take notes, simply touch the video, it will stop. You can take notes or you can take screenshot, then again proceed further. Kindly follow. Again touch, it will move. This is the most advantage of video lesson. Full of notes. You see other online coaching, they will only speak. Nothing will be there in the online. Kindly follow. So ours is full of notes. Number 2, our unit test, 200 unit tests. So approximately 50 per subject. Say for example, in this case, D block and F block element is the unit. If you go D block and F block elements, so D and F block elements, you will have 2 tests you will have. Each test will be having 45 questions. Kindly follow. All the questions, 45 plus 45, 90. All questions are framed from 20 years of IIT question paper, previous years, AIMS, AFMC, AIPMT, MSAT Andhra, Delhi, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry. Only previous year question papers we are framing as unit test. Kindly follow. In additionally, model test also available. So what is the interesting information? So only this question will be repeated or similar question will be repeated. Just imagine nearly 10,000 to 12,000 questions are available. Kindly follow. So, what is the important observation we observed for the last 6 years of NEET entrance examination conducted by Government of India? 75 to 80 questions of same question repeated. If you want, kindly compare, my dear students. Open our Witty Daughters. You take your question papers of previous question paper and go through each unit and first any subject wise. If you verify and if the question is there in our Witty Daughters, put a tick mark in the question paper and you finally just count the number. It will be approximately 75 to 80 questions, 100% it will be available. This is the important feature of Witty Daughters, so that you will get easily 320 marks. And if you are a very good student and regular very good students, then you can get 300 plus. So easily you will get 600 to 700 marks. That's why I told you the Witty Daughters will give you 600 to 700 marks. So you can easily get All India rank and you will join now any medical college you want. So another important feature I want to give you here, that is a review menu. Review. What is the review? So how to write test? If you enter into test menu, click inside you go and say for example you D and F block element you want to write test and click the D and F block element that unit you click. If you click that unit, that is the menu is attempt. Click the attempt, immediately a window will open and it will, the window will, in the window you can see there, this unit consists of 45 questions, one question carries 4 marks. 45 minutes the time will be given. For correct answer, for one correct answer, 4 marks awarded, one wrong answer, -1 subtracted. Are you ready? Then if you're ready, please click OK. Immediately the window will open. You can see the window like this. Window will be like this. What is the window? Question number 1 will be there. A, B, C, D option is there. And below that you have 3 menus. And again below 1 to 45 question number in yellow color. This is the window you can see. Please follow. This option is not available in any other online coaching center. What is the advantage? Let me explain now. Suppose you are reading the questions from D and F block element. If question A, option A, if you find it is correct answer, put a tick mark. Immediately what will happen here, 1 to 45 here, the first question will change into yellow to green color. Kindly follow. Before that, let me say there are 3 menus here. What is the menu? Center is complete. This is reverse and right side is next. So using next menu, go the next question. Using reverse, go for the reverse question. So you have to go one by one up to 45 question, answer. After finishing one, simultaneously clock will run. You can see the line, 45 minutes, 45 questions. So you after completion of 45 questions, press complete, immediately window will open. What is the window? Kindly follow. Window will be like this. Question 1, as usual, you can see the option A, option B, option C, option D, and then correct answer will be there. Correct answer will be in yellow color. Then there is a video solution will be there. So A, since you have clicked, it will be in blue color. Kindly follow. So when you are seeing this window, when you click that is complete, immediately you are getting marks. Actually, you are getting marks 160 to 180. You will get marks. So after getting the marks, if you want to know where you have done mistake or anything, so you click the review menu. That is will be next side by the side of the mark. The review menu will be there. Review menu. So if you press review, this window will open. So now suppose A you have answered, it will be in blue color, correct answer in yellow color. Compare these two. If both are same, it is correct, your answer is correct. Both are different, your answer is wrong. So it is able by you to find out whether you are correct or not. This facility is not available in any online coaching. Kindly see. While you are writing tests, at any stage you can find out how many questions you have attended, how many questions not attended. Also, you can be able to see that this facility is not available in other online coaching. This is the second facility. It is not available. You can identify the correct answer, you can know the wrong answer. Where you have done mistake, you can identify. And for suppose if you do not know the answer, click video. The video will run 10 to 15 minutes. Please follow. 10 to 15 minutes it will run. Professors with the PhD degree and teaching experience 20 to 30 years in IIT and NEET, that is the medical coaching. So they will just classroom feeling you can observe. He will stand in front of a board and with that is the sketch board will be there, sketch pen he will have. The questions will be there, the options will be there. He will explain, read the question, he will read the option, give definition, formula, derivation, everything he will discuss in the diagram, everything he will do. So what will happen now because of this? You can easily understand the answer. Suppose if it is the other online coaching, one word or one line will be given as correct answer. If you press solution menu, they will give solution menu. If you press solution menu, they will give in one or two sentences or one word, that's all. But a dull student or a weak student cannot understand. But ourselves, we are helping you. Complete theory background we are discussing. So similar question, if it is repeated again, you can answer very easily. So any student who are attending all the 200 tests, daily one test means you just imagine 200 days required. Kindly follow. There are 200 tests, unit-wise. So first year 100, second year 100. Actually, just imagine. Unit-wise it is going. So, depending upon this, so you have to attend. So, this video solution is not available in other online coaching center. I told you the Vetri Doctors is a low cost. That is only we are collecting 10,000 rupees. The low cost only for poor student, poor family students to help. We are charging only low cost. So how to pay this 10,000 rupees? Pay 10,000 only in the name of Santi, Director, Vetri Coaching Center, Indian Bank account number 7127199471, IFSC code IDIB000P134. So if any query or any doubt, you contact my cell number 98941-76425 or WhatsApp number 98941-76425. I hope you have enjoyed. So thank you very much. See you again in my next lecture. Bye-bye.